Hey guys, thank you for joining me. It's Sheryl, and I'm back with a new layout for this Single Mom's Scraps design team. And I'm using this cut file, which is free on the store if you are interested. Yeah, and this paper is scraplifting Rachel Lowe. I hope I said her last name correct. Yeah, so this is my try on scrap lifting one of her layouts, and actually I didn't really put in the photo of the layout that I'm scrap lifting. It's on my blog, so if you're interested to see just um, if it's close to what she did. um, okay, so I begin with fuzzy cutting a little bit of these beautiful flowers, and this is from the Creekside collection by One Canoe 2. It's a really beautiful floral. It has a really big pieces, so I wanted to use that big pieces and kind of like make it some kind of like a second layer on top of the pattern paper that I'm using, which is from the, I think, Snow and Cocoa collection. It's a really old collection from last year from Crate Paper, and that's a really cute pattern paper with brown polka dots pattern paper. So I wanted to go with this month's theme, which is winter. And winter, you have a lot of greens and browns. So I kind of went with that color scheme. And I cut the cut file on this beautiful greenish leaves pattern paper. I think it's from the Creek side as well. I don't really remember because I didn't write that down, but I'm pretty sure it's from the same collection as well. Now, I wanted to put a tracing paper behind to mat the cut file because I felt like it was a little bit too many patterns on top of each other. So I want to kind of like isolate the cut file by, putting a kind of a thin border of that tracing paper. So I used my big zig pen, which is I think the 2-inch, the wide pen, to glue it down, and it's perfect because it dries really fast. And the most important thing is that it dries clear, so you won't be able to see, anything, any glue. That's what I like about this pen glue. So you cannot really see the tracing paper because it's clear, but um, in person you can see that it's kind of isolated, so it gives it like different effect. I am using my photo of myself drinking coffee in the morning. That's what I usually drink in the morning. I like tea as well, especially green tea, but I drink that in during the day because I have to get up in the morning, and I'm sorry to say, but tea doesn't really wake me up. And coffee does the job, so that's what I drink every day, almost every day. Now I'm putting some foam underneath the pattern paper, which I fuzzy cut to make that like a second layer, just to add a little bit dimension. To add some shadow, behind the flowers, so it gives it like an interesting look. And now I am just starting to glue that down. I'm going through the foam, and now I'm putting everything down on the layout. And yeah, so I am using, I think, one of my, I don't know what that paper came from, but it's from my stash. I just used that to mat my photo. I didn't want something too dark. I want something light, since the whole layout, the pattern papers are very, I think they're very dark, and I usually go with bright colors. So I really had to have some bright color in the pattern on this layout, so that's why I used that. Now for embellishments, I didn't use a lot of embellishments, which is shocking because I do use a lot of embellishments, but uh, just because I had like really big pieces in this layout, I didn't want to over embellish. Um, not to miss the point of the layout. So I just took out some of the embellishments that I had from the collection of Creekside collection, and added some few stickers, some of the embellishment pack, and I added as well some acrylic pieces. I got those in one of the Click kits, and I don't know from what month is that. I think it's September, but I might be wrong. But I think it's September. And yeah, so I'm just kind of trying to think like what can I add, because I have to add something behind my photo, and I don't think I'm gonna be adding anything besides that flower that you can see on the right side of my photo. Um, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really feel like what while I was scrapbooking, I didn't feel like I had to add a lot of embellishments. I felt like just leave it as it is. Don't go crazy. It's okay not to um, embellish your layout, because I have like so many, not so many, but I have big pieces, and you don't want to go crazy. And yeah, so for sequins, as you can see, I store my sequins now in different way, which is not the most convenient way. I have to find another way, because as you can see, I am just going through and it's very hard for me to find something that I need. But yeah, so I have to find a different way to store that, to store this really beautiful sequins. Now, I am using 3 sets of sequins. The first one is this mini pack of gold snowflakes, and I just spread them around the cut file. And then I'm using the Happy Happy Winter, which has a little bit of greens and blues, and I added a little bit of Moonshine Delight in the end. So this is my layout. Thank you very much for watching. If you want more information, you can visit my blog, and I'll see you next time. Bye.